How to start and earn in six-figure doing exportation or importation business. I officially welcome you to this training. Are you ready to learn how to import wherever you are? This particular session is majorly for Nigerians based in diaspora, okay, who have been looking for ways to start importing things into their country of residence. I'm talking about you that is based in UK or US or Canada, Australia, or any part of the world. You've seen the possibility of doing this business. You know that it's a viable business, but you don't know the entire process. You don't know where to source, you don't know how to ship, you don't know the documentation involved, you don't know how to get distributors, you don't know how to get buyers, you don't know how to sell in bulk, you don't know the entire importation or exportation process. If that's you, then this training is actually for you. So sit tight. You may want to put on an AirPod if you're in an environment that is noisy. You may want to jot down a few points. So I'm not going to take much of your time. We are going to delve right in. So if you're a Nigerian based in diaspora who have been looking for means to either export, maybe you want to bring from Nigeria or African country to other parts of the world. I'm talking about solid minerals, agro product, fashion, cosmetic, hair care, package and processed food products. Sit tight. Let's delve right in. Who am I? My name is Kamalu Joy Ngozi, and I'm the founder of Chimad Concept and Logistics Limited. I'm a mother of 3 adorable children. I own a Facebook group known as Nigeria Agro Foodstuff Market. So that particular platform was created to connect buyers to sellers of agro commodities, farmers, manufacturers of raw commodities like cashew, sesame, all forms of foodstuff, agro commodity or solid minerals, to connect people who has it in bulk, who are farmers, to people who want to buy from them. Okay, so that's the essence of the platform. I also deal on volume exports, I deal on formal exports, I deal on raw commodities like soya bean, maize, sesame seed, ginger, palm kernel nuts, cashew nuts, rice, and processed and packaged food products to African shops, to factories abroad. Okay, so I do processed food products. I also do raw commodity in volume, in large scale. So I do both the small scale by air and then I do the large scale by sea. We'll be talking about that in this session. And I've been privileged to train over 2,000 persons in export business who are actually exporting from Nigeria to different parts of the world. So I've been having Nigerians who are based in diaspora, especially those we supply or those who have seen our products, reach out to us and they've asked us, how can we start this business? How can we set up our African store? We need the source to buy from, because your profitability in this business is determined by where you source from. Okay? By the time you eliminate middlemen and buy from the source, that's where your profit starts in this business. So I'm sure you've seen people bringing in containers and selling out fast and they are seeing profits and you're wondering, how are these people doing it? That's the essence of this whole training that has been put together, right? I've trained people who are doing this business, even Africans in diaspora who have actually started this business, bringing in containers, sending to different parts of the world, and they are making massive profits. Okay, I am passionate about teaching people this business, and it's my joy to see you not just make money, but it's my joy to see you doing so well in your business. I mean, the sense of satisfaction that comes from being impactful cannot be explained, right? I'm so excited. I'm so passionate. I in fact, the joy it brings, I cannot explain it all. So by the end of this webinar, you will learn about the wealth that can be harnessed from importation of foodstuff from African countries to either the country you are resident in or to other countries. Mind you, it mustn't be foodstuff. It may not be the agro commodities. It can be solid mineral, it can be fashion, it can be hair, skincare products, it can be anything. Okay, the bottom line is there's a place you are buying it for cheap at affordable price in a currency that is not so powerful, okay, and selling in a place where the price is high and in a foreign currency and maximize profits, right? We are going to be simplifying exportation or importation. Now, it's exportation if you are based in Africa and you want to send out of Africa. And it's importation if you are residents in UK, US, or in a foreign country and you want to bring in. So it doesn't, once you hear exports or imports, I want to believe that you're going to understand. Okay, by the end of this training, you're going to be learning requirements for this business, whether you are importing or you're exporting. And then we are going to be talking about items you can start exporting or importing into the country you are resident, or exporting to other countries who have high demand for these products, and other ways to make money from export business. So I've seen people who join our program to learn how to start, importing these products, selling and all of that. And they end up becoming what we call service exporters. By service exporters, I'm talking about people who render services to export. I'm talking about people who do logistic business. So you can start up your own logistic business. You can become a clearing and forwarding agent. You can start up a trucking business. You can become an export broker who earn commission off of buyers and sellers. So the value chain is huge. So even if you are not fully involved in the business, you can actually do other things that can render services to the main exporters or importers, as the case may be, right? Then the next thing we want to talk about is, why should you even listen to me? Well, I have over 5 years of experience in export in both small scale and large scale. I've been doing this for quite a number of years, right? And I've been selling to different countries, selling to shops, stores, restaurants, factories, processing companies abroad. And I am here to share with you what I know so you can replicate and see results, right? I currently export to African stores in UK, US, Sweden, Ireland every single month. And yes, we run a logistic business, right? So we are also a shipping company that ships to different parts of the world. We have a logistic page on Instagram named Chimad Concept and Logistics Limited, right? We'll also share the link on the page. So for those of you who want to ship to different countries via air or sea, our services, our company can actually get it delivered to your doorstep, or you can pick up in our various locations across the world, right? So I currently export to 3 African countries. As a matter of fact, we do more than 3 African countries in volume. Okay, we supply Vita-Cola to Vietnam and some Asian countries in volume, right? And we do a couple of things like I mentioned earlier. Why you may want to do this business? Well, the demand is very high, not just high, I mean very high, especially for those of you who are going to be doing food stuff, right? People eat every day, so food can never, ever get saturated. The market can never get saturated as far as human beings eat every day. It's not only food stuff, there are other things. I'm talking about artifacts, hair, clothes, fashion, raw commodities, solid minerals, gemstones. Demand is high. The market is there. The problem you're having with getting a buy is because you don't know how to position yourself for those who need your product to see you and patronize you. How come I'm based in Nigeria, but I sell to places, to countries I've never been to? Our products have gone to Sweden, Australia, Austria, Netherlands, just name them, to different parts of the world. Meanwhile, some of these countries, we've not been there. How come we are able to do it? The difference between the both of us is that I know how to position myself for buyers to find me, and not just any buyers who need our products, okay, to contact us. So that is what the program is about. You can do this as a full-time or side hustle. It's up to you. The exchange rate makes it profitable for you. I mean, we all know Naira now, okay, the value of Naira. You buy in Naira and you're selling in pounds, you're selling in dollar. The difference is clear. I don't need to expatiate. You know it, right? You can build a structured international business and also empower people. So imagine you start this business, even though you are based in diaspora. Yes, you can be there. You may not even be coming here to come and learn, to come and do the business. You can be based there and run a fully functional export business, set up an export company, empower hands who are involved in the sourcing, who are involved in the processing, who are involved in the packaging, who are involved in the shipping of the goods, and then you are there, you are coordinating distribution of the product to different factories, companies across the globe, right? It is possible. Okay, you can build a structured business that will empower Africans, empower Nigerians, okay? And then government even wants to work with you. By God's grace, Chimad works with some financial institutions who are involved in helping exporters, who want to fund people like you who are bringing foreign exchange home. And for those of us who are going to be fully doing this business, who are going to be fully enrolled in our program, we are going to be connecting with these financial institutions that are ready to work with you. So imagine setting up this processing company in Nigeria that is involved in exports and working with governments, and they are financing you, they are supporting you, you are empowering Nigerians in Nigeria and also exporting out of Nigeria. That will be a lot, okay? That's a lot of impact. So this is one of the reasons you want to do, have a business that you can run here and distribute to different parts of the world and even run in your current location. Reason it is difficult to start export business. Difficulty in getting buyers. Yes, for newbies, it's always a challenge. And the core of our mentorship program is to teach you how to get buyers, right? We are going to teach you how to position yourself for buyers who need your product to see you, find you, contact you, okay? You negotiate, go through the entire processes, and eventually a sales contract is signed, right? We are going to walk you through in our mentorship program how and where to source at farm or wholesale price. Okay, a lot of you have challenge. You've seen how expensive these products are over there. You've even made attempts to buy from home, and you realize that the price you're even getting back home, if you decide to ship and all, there is no profit. The reason is because you don't have contact. See, information is key. Contact is key. Every business has their secrets. Those people that bring in container into the country you are resident in, and they are supplying to Asia, supplying to Pakistani, supplying and retail stores are buying. There is a place they source from, and what you need is contact. And that is why one of the major things we are going to be sharing in our paid program is contact of farmers, contact of suppliers. Is it shea butter? Is it cocoa? Is it ginger? Is it hibiscus? Is it catfish? Is it palm oil from the mill, from the source? Middlemen are eliminated so that you can maximize profits, and legit contact of shipping company that can ship for you at discounted rates. Some of you may want to do consolidated sea shipping, okay, so that you can maximize your profits, right? Reliable and trusted hands to handle processing, packaging, and shipping, right? Some of you may be involved in food processing and packaging, but you don't have a reliable hand to source for you, to process for you, to package for you in your brand name, to ship for you, to the documentation involved. That is your challenge. But trust me, by the time we are done, this whole process will be so seamless, right? And why some people find it difficult is lack of understanding of the entire export market process. They don't know the documentation involved. They don't know whether to open NXP accounts, when they need FITO, or when they need fumigation, or FD, or ISF, or what have you, HS, ISO. Some don't even know that they can do this business without involving some of this documentation, right? They lack the entire export market process. If that is you, be calming down. That's why we are here to walk you through all this challenge. Another reason why people find it difficult to export is that they don't know the documentation process, the shipping process. They don't know at what point to send quotation, at what point to send proposal, at what point commercial invoices involves clean certificate of inspection or certificate of. They don't know when to involve a clearing and forwarding agent that handles the documentation. They don't know the contraband items, what the other importing countries need, the other exporting. They don't know the entire export documentation process, and because of that, they relent. Is that you? Be calming down. Lack of finance in executing deals. Some people have these products. Some know the entire shipping process, the entire requirement to get these goods to them. But finance, there are some raw commodities that are capital intensive. Finance, okay, and that's why at Chimat we try to walk you through and connect you with relevant institutions that can finance your large-scale export depending on your payment terms that buyers are offering. And then difficulty in fixing prices, also the challenge. For you to stay profitable, you need to know where to source and how to fix price that is competitive in international markets. Okay, that can make you compete effectively. They don't know how to calculate their costing and all those miscellaneous expenses that come from sourcing, packaging, shipping, and all the other logistics, right? If that's your challenge, if I've described you, right, just calm down. You are in the right place. Trust me, I understand your pain. I understand you very well, including the ones I've not mentioned, because I run a food processing company. I also run a logistic company. So I understand these things, right? With the high rates of foodstuff and commodity abroad, you make more profits when you buy from the source and sell abroad. So let's keep moving. So what is export business? Exports. I don't have to dwell so much on this, right? Because let's say you're in UK and you want to send goods out of UK to Nigeria. What you just did is exports. I'm in Nigeria. I'm sending goods out of Nigeria. I am exporting. You in UK that you are receiving the goods that I'm sending to you are importing. So import means you are bringing in to your country. Export means you are sending out of your country. Now we have two types of import or export business, right? We have the formal import or formal exports. Import means, you are bringing in, right? So we have two types. Formal export, as the case may be, or formal import, as the case may be, is that type of export business that involve documentation. You are using your own company documents to ship in those goods. That container is in your company name. It means you are shipping volume exports, and your entire export process is documented using your company name. Informal export means you are shipping, however, you are not using your company name. It's the logistic company that is doing the entire documentation. Like, you hand over your goods to the logistic company and they use their document to ship it to your country of residence or to your residence, right? So you don't do any form of documentation. You pay for their services, and that services include any extra documentation, right? So you can do informal export. You can even do a full container and it's still informal export. As far as you are not doing any form of documentation, as far as the shipping company is doing every form of documentation, it is informal export. So when you hear people say you can actually export without documents, what they are trying to say is that you can hand over your goods to the clearing and forwarding agents, you can hand over your goods to shipping company, and they will deliver to you. They will also use their agents in the other country, importing country, to clear the goods and deliver to you. So that's imports, informal import or informal exports. Basic requirements for exportation or importation. You need access to internet. So if you're here and you can hear me, congratulations, you've met one requirement. You need a domiciliary account. This is an international trade, right? So you need any account that enables you pay and receive money in foreign currency. The basic requirements again means that you need to understand the entire export process, and lastly, you need to be determined and have a strong desire to make it work. This is business. It is buying and selling. The only difference is it's an international trade from one country to the other, right? That's the difference. That's the difference. So business is not a walk in the park. Is it doable? Yes, I'm doing it. Others are doing it. I'm sure you see companies and factories bringing in 40-feet container, bringing 1,000 metric ton, 2,000 metric ton, and you're wondering how they are doing it. It is possible. You just have to have that desire to make it work. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's business. It involves process. It involves time. It is doable. Facts about exportation business for newbie. You don't need to have a registered public or private limited company to commence exportation. Now, I'm talking about informal export here. For those of you who may want to source for this product, process and all of it, don't worry. I'll walk you through in the main program, right? How to get started even when you are not based in Nigeria or Africa. I'll walk you through. So you can actually hand over your goods to logistic company, and then the goods will arrive at destination, either buyer's destination or your destination, even when you don't have a registered business. However, I strongly advise you have your business registered. You know why? People who play in the agricultural value chain have access. There are a lot of grant opportunities. My business has been able to thrive because of grants. And if you have a registered business and prove that you do this business, you can access a lot of grants. And by God's grace, I work with a couple of organizations that, give funding to this to our students who play in the agricultural or food processing value chain. You may not need to have exports or imports license or Ghana export promotion, whether you're in Ghana, NAFDAC or SON and what have you. This is when you are doing informal exports. Mind you, NAFDAC is not a major requirement to export. Why? NAFDAC is only for those of us who want to sell locally branded, emphasis on branded products in Nigeria. You should be more concerned about the importing country's requirements, right? So if you have NAFDAC or you don't have NAFDAC, it doesn't stop you from exporting your goods. You should be more concerned the country your goods is going to end up. What is their requirements? And mind you, okay, unbranded product can actually sell. Mildly branded product can actually sell in other countries. However, if you plan to sell in places like US, you should have things like US FDA. Don't worry, we'll talk about all that, right? No much capital investment needed. Yes, you can start small. I've had students in UK, US, Canada who ask me, what is the minimum I can start with? I'm confused, and I walk them step by step, step by step. A lot of them started with less than $1 million. Yes, I worked with them personally, and today they've grown to store owners who make averagely $5,000 per day. Okay, these are real facts, right? You can operate as a part-time business. That's how I started. I used to work in the financial sector for 11 years plus, and I started like 5 years before I resigned. Small till I resigned. My business grew to the point I could not manage the both, so I resigned and fully focused on my business. So it is possible to do it part-time. Now I want to talk about categories of exportable products or product you can import. Okay, we have agricultural product. By agricultural products, I'm talking about cocoa, sesame, cashew, soya bean. Just name them, keep naming them. Agricultural product that have not been processed into a finished product. Coffee beans, okay? Name them. Hibiscus, right? Maize, soya bean meal. They are products that you can actually export, and the demand for this product is really, really, really high. Okay, the challenge a lot of people face is how to sell. How to source. Don't worry, we'll talk about that. Okay, then another category of products you can actually export is processed products. These are products that have been processed from its original form to finished product. I'm talking about plantain that has been processed into plantain flour, beans into beans flour, okay? Product that has left its original form to a finished product. As a matter of fact, that's where the profit is. The profit is in value addition. And that's why our government is pushing for value addition. Because imagine the Netherlands, they'll come and buy cocoa, okay, and process it into chocolate and sell it times 10, times 5 of what they got it from us. So value addition, finished goods, processed product, that's where the profit is. Yes, the price I will sell my beans and the price I sell processed beans, it's not the same. The price for my maize and the price for pap flour is not the same. So that's where the profit is. So you can decide to focus on processed products. Then we'll have manufactured products. By manufactured product, I'm talking about Indomie. I'm talking about Coca-Cola. I'm talking about what's it called now? Malta Guinness, right? I'm talking about popular brands, Checkers Custard, Ayola, Ola, right? Tin Tomato, the Sonia Tomato, the popular brands, the Aboniki Bam, okay, the spaghetti, the Nor Chicken Maggi. People still buy Milo. We still export it out of Nigeria. Indomie, I still do full carton to UK, and it's sold out in days. So you may not be involved in the agricultural, you may not be involved in the process, but you may be involved in the popular brand that does not even involve any form of processing or whatever. Malta Guinness, we still export it every day. The yogurts, like Hollandia yogurt, we still export. Okay, stores are buying from us and they are paying us in advance, right? Because when they contact us, they pay. It's when you go to them, they start suggesting sales on return and turn your capital down. We'll teach you all these things, okay? Handicraft, I'm talking about headgear. I'm talking about our native fashion. It sells like crazy. I have customers, I have students in Atlanta, in Texas, that we ship for every single week. Okay, to these places, they tell us that labor is expensive over there, so they rather work with fashion designers here. They tell us that labor, they charge per hour over there, so they rather work with fashion designers here who do their design, produce those fashion designs, and we ship it. Minimum of 500 pieces every single week. Trust me, if that my customer who I ship for does not see profit, she will not be doing it. She's been my customer who, I don't play in the fashion industry, but we run a logistic company, and I see the volume of fashion that she ships. I see the volume of hair that she ships out every week, the attachments, the wigs, and all of that. So you can be involved in handicraft, talking drum. There are sometimes when Nigerians are having their cultural day, we ship artifacts from here. Talking drum, the beads, the caps, and everything, uniform from here. We get licenses from the Ministry of Art and Culture, because some of those things you can't ship it out, it's contraband. So we need to get a certification. Within 24 hours, we get certification that accompanies those artifacts. Okay, those are masquerade and all, and we ship it to different countries when they are having maybe their Igbo traditional day or any tribal traditional day. Okay, so you can be involved in handicraft, your painting, your artwork, right? Then we'll talk about solid mineral, lithium, tantalite, name them. Okay, you can do them. There are products you can do. There are companies that want to buy from you. Okay, that want to buy from you. These are products that are high in demand. If you know you have access or you know where you can source it in Africa, but your challenge is how to get buyers. Our program will give you clarity on how to link up with companies and factories that buy these products in volume to process into finished products. Then gemstone is another category. Okay, we have a lot of companies abroad that buy and process into jewelry. If this is what you want, then what you need is contacts of where to source, the mining sites, people who own it, where you can source from, where you can buy from, okay, and supply companies and factories that need it. Okay, so if you know where to source, we are going to be sharing contacts of where you source. That's the major thing. Okay, and we'll share contact of buyers in our program too, because even though we teach you how to get, but we also help you with sharing legit companies that will need your product, right? Hope we are following. Then ways to earn from this business. Now you can start small. I'm an advocate of start small and scale from there. You can be a personal shopper. That person that when people need to buy certain products, you are the one they reach out to supply them different products. So they can reach out to you. You get back to suppliers here who sent you, and you mark up and send to them over there. So it can be like a personal shopper. So if they need anything, is it fashion, is it food, is it hair, whatsoever, you know where to source in Africa, right? You give them, okay, I give you 1 week, we'll source it from Africa, from the source for you. You can be a personal shopper, okay? You can be exporting to African, Asian stores abroad. You can be supplying to them. They can be buying from you as a distributor. You can have a warehouse where they come take from you because your price is cheaper, okay? You can sell on Walmart, Amazon, eBay. That's an option. Okay, you can be supplying factories, food processing companies abroad in large scale. Remember, for those of you who are doing raw commodities, agricultural products, for those of you who are going to do solid minerals, gemstones, okay, factories will buy for you in volumes. I'm talking about volumes like 1,000 metric ton, 2,000 metric ton. I have a student that will have orders 25,000 metric ton of PKS. So companies and factories will buy from you if you are playing in the raw commodity value chain or solid minerals, as in product that have not been processed into finished product, because they buy from you to process into finished products and sell to either wholesalers or end users, right? Then you can supply to pharmaceutical. They buy cola nuts, they buy snail slime, snail shells, coconut oil, just name them. Pharmaceutical companies, even cosmetic companies, they buy it a lot. And these people don't buy 20 tons, 10 tons. No, they buy in volume, in tons. They buy in tons. I'm talking about 500 tons, 1,000 tons, and they can spread. It can be like a year contract. Okay, it can be like 2 years contract that is renewable. They can give you volume order that you cannot fulfill immediately, but you can request to split it in batches every month. So if you have a contract of 1,000 tons, you can tell them that you want to be doing 100 tons every month. You complete the trade cycle, right? So you can also become a clearing and forwarding agent. You can become a service exporter. That's this person that renders services to exporters. I'm talking about trucking or haulaging. I'm talking about starting up a logistic company. I'm talking about you being an agent that clears for goods coming in from Africa, right? You can become an export broker, linking buyers to seller and making commission off of buyers and sellers. I'm talking about, suppliers in Africa, and you know how to get buyers, and you link both parties, sign contracts and get your commission from both parties, right? You can have distributor who distributes your product. All this is we taught extensively. You can have agents who secure markets and contract deals on commission basis. You describe your customer's avatar to them, and they secure deals based on what you want. Your payment term, based on the payment terms you want, based on the specification of the products you have. So you can work with agents. But the question now in your mind is, how do you get this agent that can help you secure volume orders, right? So be calming down. You will learn at the end of the training. So please stay tuned, because a big announcement is coming, right? How to start exporting. I know this is the part everybody is waiting for. Yeah? One, you need access to internet and phone. I mean, you're already here. You have your phone, your laptop, access to internet. So yes, you can actually export. Right? You don't have to travel. You don't have to travel to here with your phone. You can connect everything. The world is now a global village. You can go online and search for buyers of your product. So let's take, for instance, you want to export palm oil in volume, or to end users, or to wholesalers, or in bulk, right? You want to warehouse it and people come there and uptake at wholesale price, or you just want to export it to companies who use it for soap processing or every other thing. The first thing you are going to do is go online, Google or ChatGPT, and type buyers of or contacts of buyers of palm oil in volume. You can research what they use the palm oil for and then target those people and say contacts of people who produce soap for palm oil that buy in volume. On Google, you see their contacts, their phone number, and then you can send them proposal, negotiate, send quotation. There will be negotiation back and forth till the contract is eventually signed, and you make arrangements to ship to the port of destination, to the destination of the buyer. You can also join import and export groups on Facebook and advertise for buyers. That's where you're going to see buyers who buy in volume, who buy in container, who buy in thousands of metric tons. You can also run adverts to get buyers for your products. I'm sure if you're on this platform, you most likely found us via ads, right? So there are buyers who need your products. Part of what we are going to be teaching you is how to run targeted ads, right? So you can run adverts to get buyers for your product. There are different ways to get buyers. These are some of the ways, right? You can also go on YouTube to watch videos on how to get started. There are loads of videos on how to get buyers for different products for your particular product, right? You can also start by yourself without any support, just leveraging on materials you see online. That one today is very possible, right? You can also decide to get a mentor who is seasoned in the business and actually import or export. And you can also have access to a community of exporters and market that makes you start exporting faster. Which one do you prefer? Do you want to figure it out on your own, or you want to really learn under someone who has a track record of exporting? I mean, the person is not just saying it orally. The person actually exports for a living, right? The person has a track record, evidence, products sent to different countries and work with relevant export agency that gives market linkages. And then you are in a community of like-minded people who are already exporting, where you can network and collaborate, and you are motivated. And when you are stuck, you can always pour your challenge and you're getting support immediately. Which do you prefer? You can shorten your learning curve, right? By learning directly from an expert, gaining access, right? Gaining access so that you can reach out at any given time whenever you feel stuck. There are two things. You can figure it out, or you can work directly under a mentor and a community that actually does this business, and you can collaborate and network. Which one do you prefer? The answer is yours to answer. Okay, so now I want to officially introduce you to my community. We currently have a community of past students with over 400 members who currently export and sell to different markets individually and as a group. African store, personal shopping. They shop for individuals abroad, like they have contact. Because one of the things I share in our community is contact of where to source those products that you see and you're wondering, where can I source yam? Yam is expensive. Where can I source? As in, you are getting direct contact of farmers who farm this yam from Ghana, from anywhere in the world. Ghana, they farm it, they can send it to you in container and it will not go bad. I mean, fresh fruits, frozen food in refrigerated containers, right? And it will get to you, or in refrigerated form, and it will still get to you. Okay, there's nothing like support, and you can become part of this community of exporters. And the name of our community is called Chimat Import Exporters, right? Importers and exporters. Then about this community, we share vital information regarding export deal, grant opportunity, acceleration program. Right now, we are preparing for the IATF in Algeria. Okay, trade mission in Algeria, where we show trade conference, trade show in Algeria. Okay, and we get to travel around the world. We get to be linked to different markets rather. We share ideas with other community and team up when necessary. You get the opportunity to attend important conferences, trade show, and exhibition that will accelerate your export business. Who are the people who can join this community? If you're a student, if you're a stay-at-home mom, if you are retired but not tired. For retirees, I advise them to follow or stick to product that will not stress them, that will not involve them traveling. Okay, they can do popular brands like the Indomie, Malta Guinness, Checkers Custard, Maggi, popular brands, Aboniki Balm or Shea Butter, right? Product that is popular over there, over here, and Nigerians are most likely going to, consume it, okay? It sells because I load containers of Indomie and we are sold out. I load palm oil and we are sold out. For the palm oil, you may not necessarily do your own palm oil. There are companies that already, like the Okomo oil that is selling fast. You can buy directly from the source, okay, from distributors, and sell out to different parts of the world. African store, restaurants, individuals, they buy it in bulk. If you're a businessman or woman who is looking for extra source of income, you can join this program. And if you want to create employment opportunities, you want to become an employer of labor and have a business around here in Nigeria or Africa and over there, this is your opportunity to join this community, right? Now, we have a lot of testimonial, you can see from our screen, of people who joined our program, and before you know it, they start, doing this business. Some have been able to set up African stores abroad. Some have been able to become to work with distributors for their products. Some have been able to do volume export to different countries, right? You too can actually get access to do all this, right? The testimonials have been nothing short of amazing. It's been so amazing seeing newbies who have never ever done this business before, starting from the scratch and doing it, starting small and scaling gradually to volume exports in container. Yes, right? So the testimonial is amazing. And yes, you can actually start this business if it's something you've been looking for, you've been yearning for to do for such a long time. Here is your opportunity, because we are going to be walking you step by step from how to source, how to process, how to package, contact of where you can source, contact of processing company that can package and brand for you at extremely affordable price, how to ship, legit contact of clearing and forwarding agent that can ship your volume exports in what's it called, in container, or logistic company that charge you very low and can ship for you even if you don't have documents. And even when you need documents, we can walk you step by step and link you to those who can actually help you get started, right? So the testimonials has been amazing. Okay, so we have some persons here, as you can see on our screen. He said, my LC just came out due to South Africa. Like, this is my mentee that does averagely 20 containers to South Africa every single month. Every single month, right? Every single month. And then we have another person who got paid 40% advance to supply garlic to Pakistan. Right? There are different payment methods, different payment options, and we are going to teach them. And countries you are going to look out for that will not offer you letter of credit, but they have to pay you advance and pay you the balance before your goods is being onboarded into the vessel and all of that. All this will be taught extensively in the program. What you need to join, what do you need to join? You have to be patient and ready to learn, because we are going to be walking step by step. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, it's pure business. It's just that it's an international business where we teach you everything, including how to get buyers, and share over 100 contacts of buyers, African stores, factories, and companies that needs your product, including where you can source it from the source so that you can maximize profits. And you need to be ready to implement everything we are taught. It's not about attending. We can do our parts, but we cannot do magic if you choose not to implement. And that's why, to force you to implement, every single day of the training comes with assignments. So in the process of doing your assignments, you gain clarity. In the process of doing assignments, you start implementing. And that's why most of us then get their first order just by doing the assignments, implementing the assignments. So are you ready to implement your assignments. One of the things you are going to be taught in the class is how to package and brand your products. We are sharing contacts of farmers and wholesalers of foodstuff, agro-commodity you can source directly from on a budget. How to export or import even without having any document, leveraging on logistic companies or clearing and forwarding agent documents. Or if you want to do formal export, walk you through step-by-step guide, tested and proven ways to get buyers that pays you in any foreign currency of your choice, including before the goods get to port of destination, 4 secured ways of receiving payments, hot selling exportable products you can bank on, right? How to get contacts and access to buyers. So we are not just sharing contacts, over 100 contacts of legit buyers, not random buyers picked from. So these are buyers that buy in volume. We are going to be teaching you step by step of how we get our buyers. So even if you choose not to leverage on what we share, you can use our own method and still get your buyers. Okay? We are going to be teaching you how to get buyers in any country of your choice, irrespective of the category of products you want to export. Okay? Buyers that buy in metric tons, how to easily secure export contracts through secret strategies. We'll tell you what to look out for. The insider secrets to securing export contracts, okay? And we'll be giving you templates of proposal, quotation, commercial invoice, all the templates you need, what to watch out for in your contract, okay? All the performance bond and every single thing to watch out, templates for everything you can edit and use to secure your own contracts or buyers, right? Proving ways to earn massively from export business, how to fix price, secret of how to source and have contact or access to farmers or manufacturers. Going to be teaching you funding opportunities. As a matter of fact, the financial institution we work with will be inviting them on board. We'll be teaching you how to set up your export proceed account, whether you are within or outside Nigeria. We are going to be giving you detailed guide on how to run export adverts, okay, for raw commodities or any volume exports or even small budget exports, imports you want to do. Okay, even if you choose not to do this business, it can still be useful and relevant to you in any business you want to do. We are going to be teaching you how to set up a system that enables you to successfully distribute your products across Canada, UK, and US, and even any part of Europe. Yes, a system, an automated system that enables you to get your money. Trusted site to register that gives you access to legit buyers of your products, okay? And access to contact of legit shipping companies and other businesses you can do aside import or export, ranging from clearing and forwarding, haulaging, trucking, logistics, export brokerage, how to successfully run this business from abroad or anywhere in the world. Our team can help you automate the entire process so you can receive payments in advance, and we are sharing assignments every single day that helps you practicalize. Is this what you really want? Is this, as in, can you picture yourself exporting in containers, right? Because you now have contact of where to source, because you now know where to sell, because you now know how to get buyers, okay? Can you see yourself setting up an export company, a foreign company that ships globally? It is possible. We are going to be walking you through the entire process. The training is lasting for 6 days. It's hosted on Telegram, and we are going to have a question and answer group where you ask your questions every single day. You can access this training from any part of the world, right? And then we are going to have a live question and answer session where you get to ask me questions directly, not just me, I and my team. Questions directly, and not just I and my team. We are going to be inviting financial institutions that may help you set up the entire process in Nigeria, and even funding opportunity if you secure large-scale export contracts, right? Yeah. The training and dates will be announced in the platform. So go back to the WhatsApp group right now. Go back to the group we are in right now to see the time and date for the training, to run for 6 days, and it's going to be intensive. It should launch you to start exporting if you choose to implement. If. And that's why we are giving you assignments. So there's no way you do the assignment, you will not see results. It's not possible. It's going to include live question and answer session. We are going to be hosting live session to monitor your progress. You get to ask us questions, right? Maybe when you get your buyer, you want to ship, or there's a payment time in the contract, you are not so clear, you need help. That is the essence of the live session. You get to ask us, okay? The training is in video form, ebooks, and a question and answer group that is permanently opened. Yes, the worth of this training is over $100, but guess what? That's not what you'll be paying today. Even if the fee is $100, it's still very fair, considering the fact that we are going to be hand-holding you till you get to see results. Like, you have a support community, but guess what? You won't be paying $100, not even $80. We are offering discount for just 25 persons to key in today. Now, you either pay $65 or 99,000 naira. After the first 25 persons, price goes to $100. So you can either pay $65 now or 99,000 naira now. Please, there's no fake scarcity. Once we are up to 25 persons, you are paying $100. So if you genuinely need this opportunity, you want us to walk you through, we get to network, collaborate, and you get to start this business. You've been there for so long and you're looking for business you can do that may eventually be bringing you home and taking you there. Because I have students who, after joining our platform, they had to come home. They have farms. They had to start supplying over there. Now they shuttle between Africa and UK. They send and they are distributing to shop stores, setting up their own African store. And with our strategy, they are selling out, right? So the community alone, the support platform alone is a lot. Okay, so it's a huge discount for just 25 persons. So if you genuinely need it, you can pay 99,000 naira or $65. Please note, you can pay through LearnFi or any other platform. Okay. Now, if you're interested in accessing the export-import mentorship program that guarantees you to start exporting on a budget, you can pay into the account on your screen. Yeah. Okay. The account on your screen. We have Zenith Bank in dollar. Chimad Concept is our company account. Don't pay into any other account except it's our personal account. We have Ngozi Joy Kamal is an Access Bank account. That's my personal account. We'll share it on the platform, or you can pay to our company account, Chimad Concept and Logistics Limited, right? So if you cannot pay into this account directly, you can use the LearnFi app or any other app to make your payments. Drop your proof of payment on the platform. Yes, we are going to confirm you and give you access to the paid platform. Remember, it's only this offer, this $65 or 99,000 is only valid for the first 25. Once we are up to 25, please, you are going to pay $100 or the equivalent of $100, right? So send your proof to the group or to official line, and you'll be immediately added to the Intense Mentorship Program. Thank you very much, and cheers to your success. Any further questions, inquiry will be on the platform. If you need more details about us on the platform, cheers to your success. First 25 get the discount. After the first 25, please, it's $100. So if you're interested, you can take advantage of it now. Cheers to your success. I cannot wait to see you doing loads of container to different parts of the world by God's grace. Thank you. So let's meet in the WhatsApp group for further information. Send your proof to this number or to the general WhatsApp group. Thank you.